When you know everybody and you know them personally and you know their wife and their children, it's very difficult to imagine just because your revenues are down, laying somebody off. I mean, that's a traumatic experience. 2008 started out really great. We were doing about $37 million annually, but by the second quarter, well, it was obvious that we were going to have a problem. We had about 125 people at that time. And I talked to all of them and I said, look, things are going to get tough, but the thing we're going to do, we're not going to lay anybody off. And so we're going to keep everybody. Now, I did say that the bonuses might be a little bit smaller, but everybody's going to have their job. I always think about it in terms of if you were in a lifeboat and you had 10 people in a lifeboat with you, there's two ways to approach that problem as you go from day to day, week to week without any food, is that you can start throwing people overboard, or you can make the decision that, hey, we're all going to go down together. Being transparent as a leader is paramount. I think that that's one of the most important things. We tried to cut back on absolutely everything. And again, this is really before the recession hit. So you go into the third quarter and the fourth quarter and it was pretty nasty. I stayed up a lot of nights. That was hard. For me personally, I mean, you built this and you have a lot of people counting on you, and of course there's your ego involved. And it's interesting when things start going bad, a lot of people leave you, and we didn't lose employees, but we did lose, and we didn't lose suppliers. We lost professionals. I mean, we lost the bankers. The fact that a lot of these larger companies laid a lot of people off was the fact that the recovery from that recession was incredibly slow, and it took years and years and years. And I think that was an advantage that we gained by not laying anybody off, because I think that, one, we didn't have to hire or retrain anybody. Secondly, I think that built a lot of camaraderie within the company, because people realized, okay, we're all in this together, we're going to get through this. One of the things to offset that in 2008, 2009 is we developed a installation concept, and we had the people to do that because we weren't as busy as we anticipated. But it also built us another piece of business, and at the end of by the time we sold the company, we were doing somewhere around $30 million annually in installation. And that was important, one, because of the revenue, but secondly, I'm a big proponent of making sure that you take care of your customers, that you know what they're thinking, that you're talking to them all the time. I think that just because we kept everybody and we kept our powder dry, we were able to grow at an incredible rate. 2010 we hit 50 million, and from that time over the next 7 years we grew the company from 50 million to 262 million. I think the biggest lesson is that being open and honest and developing that level of trust with the people that you're working with gives you the opportunity to take the long view. And again, I think that's why we had upwards of 95% employee retention was just because of that sort of thing.